What up, everyone? We're back for another episode of Watch the Throne Fantasy Football. Remember last year, guys, when I was trying to remember the episode number? Like this, 12, 14, maybe?
Yeah.
I think this is like episode 24 for us. Roughly.
Including last year.
Including last
Okay,
year, yeah.
okay.
It's season 2, episode 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're trying to keep track. When we get to 100 episodes,
We're going to do a big thing.
we're going to rejoice somehow.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Whatever it is.
I like it.
Whatever it
Shots
is.
all around.
Like, yeah, we'll have
Yeah.
some streamers.
Yes, for sure.
Celebration
For
drinks.
sure. For sure.
Okay.
Why not?
We're here.
We're here. We're not there yet, but we're
Well,
going to be.
Yes.
Yes.
For sure.
It's Al, Ray, Gabe, usual suspects. And we're coming off of a weekend of preseason football.
Love it.
Love it.
Yeah. Here for it.
Yeah. Overreactions. What did we see?
My overreaction article is on the website, thronefantasyfootball.com. Hold up. Mike 4 is here as well. Shout out Mike 4.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Yeah. Mike 4. Thronefantasyfootball.com. Overreaction Monday. I had 3 guys I overreacted to. Go check the article. I'll give you 2 of the 3 names. Tease it. 2 quarterbacks. Shador Sanders, Justin Fields. 3rd player, you got to go figure it out. Go look on thronefantasyfootball.com. Find the Overreaction Monday article. It's there.
Love it. I learned that the Bengals have the greatest offense of all time.
All time, y'all.
I'm drafting every single one of them. I'm going Chase Brown, probably T. Higgins, and then Joe Burrow. That's what I'm doing.
You're stacking full?
That's the plan. They're the greatest offense of all time.
Nice.
I don't hate the stack. A quad stack is insane.
Quad stack and a throw. Mike Gesicki in there.
We can wait for him. We can wait for him a little later, but
Didn't Noah Fant go there? I think he's a Bengal now, too.
I did not see that, but
Let me
you
look.
might not be wrong.
Let me look.
But I didn't see that. But
What else? What else
yeah,
did you see
right.
from week 1?
Overreaction preseason week 1.
Yeah, the Raiders have the worst offensive line in the history of
Oh,
football.
God.
And Ashton Genty's going to be a bust.
I felt so bad for Genty.
I'm kidding. He's not going to be a bust. But, yes, it was definitely a poor performance from that Raiders offensive line. And he's going to have to figure out how to work through that.
I hope he falls late second to me now because of that.
What have I been saying this whole time about Ashton Genty?
Here we go. So one
That the
preseason
Raiders don't have an offensive line. I don't care how good you are at running back. Josh Jacobs couldn't do it his last year there. Zamir White couldn't do it last year, who was a dog.
Oh,
He a dog.
Settle down there.
Amir Abdullah, Alexander Madison.
Amir Abdullah cooked in the preseason.
Preseason, go.
I just did
But I know overreaction, whatever, 1 week. 3 rushes, -1 yard. Okay. And every single time he got the ball, he was met by a defender in the backfield.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
The Zamir White comment made me pull the Office reference and just look at my camera like, really?
He a dog.
That was my reaction to that comment.
He a dog. I did like him. You knew I liked him when we
Yeah.
were at the Raiders.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of sound bites, we should have Aaron Rodgers. Relax.
Or that high school.
R-E-L-A-X.
Remember that high school interview where he's like, so-and-so, dog. So-and-so, dog. About his teammates.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Well, I'll drop it in here for
Okay.
sure. Joe Burrow has a new weapon. How Noah Fant can help an already loaded Bengals offense.
Wow.
So he is a Bengal.
I do like that.
What else did we see, Gabe?
You know, I try not to overreact. I did like J.J. McCarthy.
Okay.
He looked pretty good. I'll spoiler alert. I have the number 2 pick in a draft, and they go very wide receiver heavy, so I'm looking to get a receiver. I said CeeDee Lamb last week. I'm now debating Justin Jefferson or CeeDee Lamb at number 2.
Because of how good JJ looked.
Because JJ, he looked good. He went 4 for 730 yards. Nothing that's like, oh my God, he was so great. But what I watched, the eye test, he passed.
Looked the part.
Yep.
How
What else you
about Travion Henderson?
Yeah.
Apparently the greatest running back ever in the history
Yeah.
of football. He had a game. He had a
Mhm.
game. And then there was a clip from, I think, practice earlier this week where he had another monster, touchdown. I think that one was a catch. But dude is balling. He's showing out in camp. It's nice to see.
He's the rookie running back I'm breaking my rule for this year.
Is that right?
No doubt.
Contender for Rookie of the Year?
Yeah, for sure. I think Ramondre is going to be unseated by the 4th week, right? You know what? That's the last guy of my overreaction Monday. And I'll just give you my my little quid about him. I think Ramondre will be not starter by week 4. And I also saw Josh McDaniels earlier this week, quote, he's the fastest Patriot running back we've ever had in my time here. Shane Vereen was fast. Danny Woodhead was fast. Travion Henderson is fast. An end quote on that.
Well, now that you brought up Josh McDaniel, here's my question. Name another running back that has had success under Josh McDaniels. The one that I can think of is Josh Jacobs with the Raiders.
Jingleheimer Smith, yep.
Other than that,
I mean, was James White, was he there for James White?
Yes.
yeah.
So James White, and I think Travion has a James White type game to him.
So we're seeing Travion more as a James White than a Josh Jacobs?
Yeah, I think Travion can catch the ball. I mean, Josh can catch. Like, Josh is, I would put him in between there somewhere.
Yeah, but James White was strictly a pass catcher,
yeah.
running back. I don't see Travion like that. I see Travion.
No, he's a 3-down guy.
Maybe not this year. This year he'll probably get close to 250 touches, maybe close to 300. But I think Travion's going to be a good pick. At this point, he's going 4th round.
That's my only worry is Josh McDaniels.
Yeah. Well, and that part sucks too is how hyped he is getting that maybe he's going to go too early by time drafts really roll around. But man, he looks the part.
Every year we say don't overreact to preseason, and every year we all do.
Oh, it's the best part of preseason.
If he comes out and does what he did again for this week and week 3 and then probably sits week 4, I don't see how you can't take him early.
Just to let you know, there is no week 4 in preseason anymore.
You're right. I mean,
we need the sound effects this week.
Hall of Fame game, so technically
that doesn't count as week 1. But go ahead. Anyways.
No, you're right. It's like week 0. Anything else for week 1 for you, Gabe?
No, I just loved it. Loved watching football. A lot of starters played. A lot of guys that actually mean something to their teams got some snaps. Patrick Mahomes played a good amount. Kyler Murray threw the worst interception of all time. There was some good takes and some good action.
Supposedly it was a no-look pass.
I know.
He says.
It was definitely no look. He definitely didn't see anybody there.
Brother, like, what is that? What are you doing, dude?
Yeah, I don't know what he saw.
That was awful.
But he definitely didn't see it. He had definitely no look because he didn't look that way.
Do you have anything else?
Last one for me, Cam Ward looked pretty good.
Cam Ward.
It kind of looked apparent to me why he was the number 1. Yeah.
Man, total blank. Who looked good on the receiving side of his passes?
I think Calvin Ridley's definitely the dude, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he looked great.
Also,
I think Ridley looked great.
Also the number 1 pick, number 1 receiver, Jamar Chase.
Oh, I know.
He's Jamar Chase. I mean, there was no doubt about it, but I don't know the exact stats, but it was like 4 for 70 and a touch.
The crazy sideline catch and then the catch and just run around the DB, just go into the end zone, like jogging.
That toe tap was crazy.
It was crazy.
He's in midseason form already.
Yeah, it's that offense, like you said.
Greatest offense of all time.
Of all time, y'all. Better than the greatest show on turf.
Ever.
I don't know. We'll see. That defense sucks. So
Who day?
Score.
Who day?
Oh boy. All of a sudden, he's a Bengals guy.
All of a sudden, Burrow won me a championship last year. I love the Bengals.
All of a sudden. Let's go into news and notes quick before we get into the meat and bones of our episode, which is actually going to be our deep sleepers per position: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end. But before that, let's hit some news and notes. We'll start off with the team that you do root for, the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones said, nothing is preventing contract talks with edge Micah Parsons. This is more of a football conversation rather than fantasy. What's the latest there? What's happening in Dallas with that?
It'll get done. I have so many things I can say as a Cowboys fan. I just don't want. I'm gonna look like a bad person, so I don't want to say them.
Okay.
No, but listen, it needs to get handled. It needs to get settled, and he'll be signed here. Hopefully sooner rather than later.
Yep. You think Mike is? They don't not sign him, right?
I think there's no way. If you're the Cowboys, there's no way you don't, unless Micah's already checked out and doesn't want to sign. But they got to come to an agreement. They'll come to an agreement before the season starts.
Sure. Good.
I think.
A guy who did come to an agreement, a hold-in for the Buffalo Bills, James Cook, 4 years, I believe $48 million. Let me get to the actual number.
It is
4-year, $48 million, $30 million of which is guaranteed. Good for James.
Mm-hmm.
Got the bag.
Yeah,
Got
finally.
the bag. Deserved it.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's kind of this was the big debate was, is he more talented than his backups, right? Everyone's like, well, his backups are pretty darn good. So that's why they thought, like, well, maybe they won't actually pay him. But you can't deny the talent, right?
No, he's talent-wise, to me,
Is he a top 10?
he's around 10. I don't know,
Okay.
top 10 or he's right outside of 10. He's
like overall talent running back, not fantasy.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of James Cook. I didn't get him in any drafts last year, but I do like James Cook. I like his game. He's talented to me. He's proven himself. I know there's the concern with the touchdown drop for fantasy-wise, but to me, he's one of the better running backs in the league.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to have a little bit of regression, but after scoring, 18 last year?
16.
16?
Yeah.
A lot of touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's going to come down a little, but he is extremely talented. I think they made the right move locking him up.
Mm-hmm. Shador Sanders did not practice today, will not practice on Thursday, and unlikely to play in the Browns' second preseason game against the Eagles here in week 2. We talked about week 1 already. I thought he looked really good for a 5th-round quarterback, right? So in Cleveland, I thought he looked pretty darn good, but now we don't get to see him again week 2. What does this do to his ability to maybe become the starter week 1? Is that like completely out the window now? And B, does it hurt him from just making the roster?
I think he's going to make the roster. I don't think this will take him out of that, but I don't think starting him was ever in the plans. I think that's why you have a guy like Joe Flacco, because you can start with him, give Shador a little bit more time to develop, and then eventually when Joe Flacco's back, when he throws his back out, you put in Shador at that point. But I don't think it affects him one way or the other. I think he's going to make this squad, whether he's 2 or 3. I guess that's to be determined, but he'll be there.
Okay.
It's a setback for sure. I've kind of mentioned in our mock draft episode that any injury to a rookie is definitely going to hurt and set them back a little bit. I still think he'll start at some point this season. I don't know when exactly that'll happen. It kind of depends on how Joe Flacco will look and how he'll come back from the injury. So let's just hope he gets a speedy recovery and hopefully he gets that 3rd preseason game to get some work.
Yep.
And I think he'll be in hopefully sooner rather than later because I do think he is talented.
A couple quick hitters. Justin Jefferson did not practice again today, but head coach Kevin O'Connell said he's definitely progressing but will not practice at all this week. Caleb Williams and the Bears starters are set to play in preseason week 2, so something to look forward to.
As they should.
Yep, something to look forward to there.
That's exciting.
Najee Harris did participate in football drills on Tuesday.
As long as they weren't firework drills, he's good.
Right. I mean, I haven't seen a picture or a video of his eye yet.
He could barely open his eye.
Really?
It's like it's barely open.
And then in a very muddy backfield where Joe Mixon is currently out, but for how long, we don't know. Nick Chubb and Dameon Pierce split first-team snaps on Tuesday's practice. So that's kind of a backfield to avoid for me.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
If I knew Joe Mixon was going to be there week 1, I love Joe Mixon. But with the injury concern, I'd move him down a little bit. I do think he could be a guy, if he falls to the 4th, that could be a good value pick because he'll play. It's just when.
Mixon?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, last year he was RB1 the first few weeks. Like I think up until week 3 until he got hurt or something like that. He was RB1. So
yeah, no, he was killing it to start the year.
I think Joe Mixon is going to be a good. If we knew he was going to be playing, he'd probably go in the 3rd round.
Yep.
So if you're taking him in the 3rd, 4th, whatever round, are you looking at handcuffing him with either of those 2 at some point?
Yeah.
And which one do you pick?
I would lean Chubb, but Dameon Pierce did have some moments last year where I think he averaged like 5 yards a carry. He actually wasn't too bad last year.
Yeah.
Obviously, the year before, he was terrible. His rookie year, he looked great.
His rookie year, where did that guy go?
Right.
No.
But, new system, new coach, maybe it's just a transition for him. I would lean Chubb just because of the experience and who Nick Chubb is, but Dameon Pierce is definitely a name to watch too.
See, I might lean Pierce just because I think he's got some better hands and might be in there for more situations. But Chubb's, I wouldn't be mad at Chubb either.
There was a report too that Nick Chubb wasn't looking the greatest, and I get it. I actually called it when his injury. I said I think he's done, unfortunately. And you know me, I'm a big Nick Chubb supporter. Love Nick Chubb. I feel like I drafted him every year in fantasy.
Yeah, no, Nick Chubb's an easy guy to root for sure.
Yeah. He was a beast.
Easy guy to root for. Yeah, and I think too, like you were saying, that Pierce may be out there more for more situations and stuff because of pass catching. I think he just had a little bit more juice left than Nick. We are 16 minutes in, and we are still in news and notes. There's a lot to talk about because football is back. It feels
Football's
great.
back, baby.
Football's back.
All three of us, including Mike Force, all four of us could probably sit in a bar and talk football for 2.5 hours.
Don't tease me with a good time.
Without even stopping. So
I'm there. Tell me when and where.
Here we are, 16 minutes in, and we're finally getting to the meat and potatoes of the episode, our must-have deep sleepers. One per position. I'm going to let Ray decide what position we start with.
You always got to start with the quarterbacks, man.
Okay. Let me define the deep sleepers, and then we'll show our quarterbacks to all of you. Deep sleeper quarterback and tight end outside of the top 12 rankings. Running back and wide receiver outside of the top 36 rankings. And so without further ado, into quarterbacks, Ray, who do you got?
For me, J.J. McCarthy. We mentioned him earlier. He looked good out there. I think everybody's excited about him. Sam Darnold finished his QB9 last season. It's a high-powered offense, and J.J. McCarthy is as ready as any rookie to come in and start taking the snaps. So, granted, they'll be without Jordan Addison for a few weeks. That's going to hurt a little bit. He makes some big plays, but when you got Justin Jefferson out there, any quarterback can succeed in that.
That guy's just so wet and reckless, that Addison guy.
Golly. Yeah, I think, honestly, the Vikings pick right up where they left off with Sam Darnold. I mean, you got a great offensive line. Their offensive line's not talked about enough, probably. It's one of the top 5, I think. You got Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason, who's looking like it's going to be a 50-50 split. So you'll have a good running game. You got TJ Hawkinson, who's one of the better tight ends. Justin Jefferson's one of the best receivers in the league, if not the best. Jordan Addison's a great number 2. They're set up for success, so I love it.
And JJ's at number QB20 according to Fantasy Pros right now, so just seems a little low. If you're waiting on quarterback, he's not a bad option. Definitely someone if you're streaming quarterbacks to put on your squad.
Yeah, JJ is. I think he's in for a big year. I wouldn't be surprised if, let's say you take it, you're waiting on quarterback, and you go with, I will say Kyler Murray, and then you take JJ later in the year. It wouldn't be a crazy shock that you're starting JJ more than Kyler by the end of the season.
I would agree. Yeah.
I might do this with every player. What's his ceiling to you?
I think he could crack the top 10, assuming he has an incredible season. I mean, with just the weapons we listed off, like he's throw it up and JJ's gonna go get it.
Yeah.
Hawkinson can do the same thing too. So top 10.
I was gonna say top 8.
Yeah.
I can see a top 8 season.
Yeah, I think top 10's a solid ceiling. Even top 8, very doable.
Yeah.
If he balls out.
Right. Obviously,
we're projecting a lot for a rookie.
Right.
Quote unquote. Gabe, we'll let you go quarterback now.
So we had a great debate off the air one time about this man. I'm actually buying into Drake May. Now, I got some numbers for you here. Now, Jacoby Brissett started the year last year as the starter. From weeks 6 to 16, Drake May was quarterback 12. If you want to lower that a little bit, he was quarterback 10 from week 6 to 13 when he started taking over. That was with no weapons. Could you name 2 receivers off the Patriots? I can name 2, but that's just because we do this. Like Pop Douglas, Kendrick Bourne. Those were his weapons. He's bringing in a Stephon Diggs. We'll talk about someone later who I actually really like as well. I think Hunter Henry at tight end is going to be a good one. You bring in Josh McDaniels, and Josh McDaniels, say what you want, terrible coach, but as an offensive coordinator, he does well. And I do like this offense where it's going. It's projected. Mike Vrabel is the new coach. They have a new mindset. I do like where this team is going. I think they could be a potential wildcard team. And that's also going to start with Drake May in the offense. So Drake May is my guy. I also have him. He averaged 17.5 points from week 6 to 16. That was better than Caleb Williams, Kyler Murray, Aaron Rodgers, Brock Purdy, Jordan Love, Tua, Matthew Stafford, C.J. Stroud, and Trevor Lawrence. So I think Drake May could be a breakout. This is his 3rd year coming in. I think he's ready.
Well, something that Drake May does that a lot of people don't know or think that he does is run the ball. I'm trying to pull up his actual running stats right now. But he had, I think it was like 90-something attempts last year.
And I'm sorry, I said third year, second year. Sorry, second year.
I think it was 90-something attempts. Ray, give me your take on it really quick while I find this rushing.
Yeah, no, I'm not mad at it at all. I think Drake May is definitely in prime position to have a good breakout season. I like the weapons he's got around him. And yes, Josh McDaniels, when he's got the talent and he's got an offensive line, he can dial up the plays. His plays take a little longer to develop than a lot of other offenses.
Right.
So you need that offensive line, which is, I think, why he didn't really succeed in Las Vegas, because the O-line has been garbage for years.
Oh, yeah. Will Campbell, I believe is his name. He looked amazing.
Yeah.
He had that one pull-out block they highlighted. Oh, he looks good.
And then with Travion Henderson, Ramondre Stevenson in the running game, that'll open things up. And you got to love the rushing ability and the potential to get those ground touchdowns.
Yep.
As weird as it sounds, when I said earlier on this podcast that Stephon Diggs went to New England knowing himself that he was washed, because that's where wide receivers go to die, it feels like me saying that might really come back and like just bite me in the you-know-what. 12 games started, 54 attempts. I said 90-something attempts. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. 54 attempts, 421 yards, 2 touchdowns. So he averaged 7.8 yards per attempt, 32.4 yards per game. So even doing that again, repeating that, it'll get him to those numbers that you were talking about last year.
Well, and that's in limited action too. Now you're extrapolating it over 17 games. So
and with that offense and
what word did you just use?
Extrapolating.
Wow,
big vocabulary.
Damn. Okay.
UNLV alum.
I froze. You had me
Harvard
froze.
of the West.
Harvard of the West. Oh boy. I can't even say anything on that. My quarterback. This is weird. The fact that I am saying this, it's literally the most prove-it year of his career, I would say. Trevor Lawrence. I think with Liam Cohen coming in, Brian Thomas Jr. being that guy, I mean, I think we can agree he's a stud. Travis Hunter looks like their wide receiver too. I think Trevor Lawrence finally figures it out this year. I think, and you'll see later in my rankings who another weapon is that he has. I don't want to mention him quite yet. I think the running back room is so-so. They don't really know what to do with it yet, so I think they're going to line up and let Trevor throw the ball a lot. Last year, he only went over 300 yards 2 times, which is scary.
It was not a good year.
No.
Hasn't been a good 2 years.
Correct. So I'm hoping that the coaching change and the overall vibe of the Jaguars improves.
That's hoping for a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I was a major Trevor Lawrence hater. I've not been a fan of this guy since he showed up on, what was that show with Trent Dilfer, Elite 11 or whatever it was.
Something like that, yeah.
I did not like him. And then last year was the first year I actually took him in a draft because I was on board last year, and I was either a year too early or I was right all along, and he's not a good quarterback. But I guess we'll see. I don't have the same confidence you do in him, but they will have to throw a lot, and I am a big Brian Thomas fan, so let's hope for it.
Right. He's currently rated or ranked the QB 18 on Fantasy Pros, which I was using Fantasy Pros for our rankings.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
It just depends. I try to do my own rankings, to be honest with you, but I'll use it as a reference at times.
Okay, fine, Gabe.
Pros, again, I just love these weeks 1 through 9 stats or something. Weeks this through that stat. Because I found Trevor Lawrence QB 11, weeks 1 through 9 when they start the season. Better than Goff, Stroud, Mahomes, Caleb, Herbert, and Stafford. So I do think the potential's there. So he has Travis Hunter. He has Brian Thomas. From everything we're hearing out of camp, is Travis Hunter looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So how much offense? They say about 80% of offense. That's the lead right now.
Yep.
I am a Liam Cohen believer. Now, that was as a coordinator. We'll see as a head coach. My one con is second year was his breakout year, and he's gotten worse the last 2 years.
Yeah, no, like I said when I said it, it feels weird to say it.
Yeah.
But it's a guy that his name jumped out, and it's a guy I picked.
And he's not going to get drafted, so he's a guy to keep an eye on. And if he has a good couple games, look, might be a guy you go get.
Can I give you one stat from Travis Hunter since he was mentioned? 100% of the 11 personnel snaps during the first week of preseason.
He was on the field.
Every time they had 11 personnel out there, he was out there.
Yep.
So that's huge. Like, they're going to run that.
Yep, and
the majority of the time.
He didn't go out on defense until it was a second string unit. So that means it seems like he's locked in as offense first, and then maybe an injury away from being a multiple down player on defense, or he's just going to be like a gadget defensive player, if that's even a thing.
Yeah, it
might be now.
Right.
He's going to be the biggest wild card of this year.
Yeah,
because you never know. He could end up being a great pick. He can end up being a flop.
Yep. I just think that he is talented enough to make Trevor Lawrence worthy of being a deep sleeper.
He has number one receiver potential.
So
I think Trevor Lawrence is out of excuses. If he can't do it this year, then he's not going to be able to do it.
Biggest prove-it year of his career.
I would love to see that. If Trevor Lawrence fails this year and to see where he goes, I would love to see where he goes.
To Dallas?
No. Well, I mean, just because we have Dak, but no.
To the Michigan Panthers?
Don't disrespect Trevor Lawrence.
Okay, my bad.
Sunshine, come on now.
My bad.
Don't disrespect Sunshine.
To the Calgary Stampede?
Sheesh. If Darnold could get another shot, Trevor Lawrence could get another shot.
Very true. Very true. Gabe, I'll let you guide us on where we're going next. Do you want to go to
running backs?
All right, fine. You guys are so boring.
The meat and potatoes of fantasy football.
Are you kidding me?
We're going running backs.
We didn't go tight end out of quarterback to go. Okay, fine.
No, we're not getting crazy here. So my running back, so the news today hurt a little bit. We submitted these last night, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna roll with it because I was a believer in him last year anyway. And my guy is Ray Davis. Now, obviously, it hurts with James Cook signing his contract. Now he's gonna be the starter, but Ray Davis is definitely the backup. In the game that James Cook missed last year, 20 carries, 97 yards for 3 catches and 55 yards, and a touchdown would have put him in the top 5 of that week. He was RB13 that week. It would have put him top 5, and that was against the Jets, who have a decent defense. Ray Davis has potential. I do think he gets more touches this year. I think he gets more opportunities, and you're going to see a theme with our 3 running backs. I don't know if you guys noticed this. I did notice this, but I will say all 3 of our running backs have easy running back schedules as of now. Obviously, it's preseason. We don't know who's going to really be good, who's going to be really bad. But we all have easy running back schedules, and you'll see why at the end. But Ray Davis is my guy. I was high on him last year. I think he's pretty talented. I think he could be a guy. If James Cook went down, Ray Davis could be a top 20, 15 running back.
We're both speechless over here. I think Ray Davis is actually really good. And as a proud owner of James Cook last year on the greatest 5-win fantasy football team ever assembled,
I'm going to get you a shirt.
Please do. I'll wear it to the draft. 22 was in the field or on the field a lot more than I liked as a James Cook owner, right? And I think that probably even takes a little bit more of an uptick, right? James Cook, he got paid. He doesn't have to be – he's not going to be pissed off if they're like, hey, take a couple more snaps off. Like he's chilling now, right? So I could see Ray Davis maybe even becoming more of like inside the 20s guy this year.
He averaged 6.8 touches last year. I can see that number going up. I think he can average close to 10, and I can see James Cook's come down a little bit.
Yeah.
I still think they both get enough work to be
valuable in that offense.
Yes.
That offense is great.
Yes.
Ray Davis also kicking extra points.
Look, I will pick him up just to get that one.
I was going to say, do we get as a running back if they kick it? Do you get that point?
Why not? It's not just to kickers; it's to everybody.
I feel like will it auto do that, or will the commissioner have to go in and do it? I'm curious.
No, it's so when you set the scoring system, it doesn't say just for kickers; it's just for all players.
If Ray does it this year, we'll have to take a look. We'll have to see. I hope he does now.
I play in some IDP leagues, and the safety for the Chiefs kicks extra points every once in a while.
And you get the point?
Justin Reed, you get the points.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, you get the points.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Any takes on Ray Davis?
Look, I like anyone who shares my name, so I'm down for this pick. Ray Davis, he's going to have a role. James Cook is really talented, as we established already, but so is Ray Davis. And I think he'll be out there. It'll be a little bit of a split. But you're right. If Cook goes down at all, Ray Davis could be a league winner. So that's definitely somebody I'd look at when you can get him.
I liked what you did earlier, and you just kind of gave us what you thought his ceiling was. But with a healthy James Cook all season long, what is Ray Davis's ceiling?
With a healthy James Cook?
With a healthy James Cook also.
He's going to be one of the best handcuffs you can have because, if James Cook does go down, then he's just a handcuff at that point.
Right.
With a healthy Ray or a healthy James Cook, you're looking at maybe top 30 ceiling.
Is he by week 12 a viable flex option in a buy heavy week for your team?
With a healthy Ray or head James Cook?
Yeah.
No. I mean,
on a buy heavy week, yes, I think so. If you're, like 4 guys out on buy, I think you can flex him.
Could I see a situation where Ray Davis gets in the top 25 somehow because he's getting 10 to 15 touches a game? I can see it. Do I believe it that much? I don't know. But I do think Ray Davis is one of the best backup running backs you could have. Like, if you look at the list of just in the NFL of backup running backs, he's definitely one of the best number 2s.
Yeah.
I'd agree.
All right. Ray, would you like to give us your running back?
Yeah, for me, it's Jalen Wright. Miami's running back, what do we want to call him? Thunder to the A-Chain's Lightning, I guess.
I think they're both Lightning. I think
it's
Lightning and Lightning.
Yeah, we'll go with that. But like what I was thinking about is he reminds me a lot of Raheem Mostert, and they have similar builds, their 40 times were nearly identical coming out of college. So I think Mostert killed it that year. That year he was together with A-Chain.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we can see a similar type of production out of Jalen Wright this year. I'm not saying he's going to score 18 touchdowns like Raheem did that year and finish as running back 2. But I think he's going to have a solid role, and Miami has done so much better when they go with the 2 running back look with H.N. and Mostert than they did last year when they didn't have Mostert and didn't have a second option. So, yeah, that's my sleeper there. He's very similar. He's currently ranked as the RB 56 in PPR leagues. I think he can outperform that easily.
56 is crazy deep.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm looking at Fantasy Pros right now. His ADP is 159. It's about end of 12, beginning of 13th round in a 12-man league. And also Ray Davis is 150. So they're going in the same area. So that's me last year. I was high on Ray Davis and Jalen Wright. I actually thought they both can find some work. Jalen Wright was obviously going to be a little harder because he's the 3rd string last year. He steps up this year. Alexander Madison, unfortunately, is out for the year.
Yeah,
sucks,
man. Poor guy.
Jalen Wright has to be the backup here. I mean, Ollie Gordon, they drafted a rookie, but I don't see him cracking the backup. I think it's going to be Jalen Wright. And then so if anything happens to A-Chain, now you're looking at Jalen Wright as possibly a guy that's going to be a league winner, like you said, with Ray Davis. So I do like the take. I do like Jalen Wright. He has a very easy – so right now his strength of schedule is 4th easiest. So they have a good schedule going.
I think with my running back, I'm going to slide to mine if we're ready.
We're ready.
Braylon Allen for the New York Jets. I've been on this guy for at least one season since he's a rookie last year. I think that Breece Hall is the odd man out in that backfield. I think Breece Hall will be the starter for the Jets come week 1.
I was going to say, what do you mean odd man out?
I think it'll be the starter.
Okay.
Come week 1 for the New York Jets. But I don't think he makes it to the trade deadline as a New York Jet.
I like it. Hot take.
And so with that in mind, it's hard to project that stuff, obviously. And do you include it in your rankings and blah, 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 blah. Some of the quotes that Breece Hall has said, a little like cryptic, right? Mm-hmm. A little like, oh, I'm not their guy. Like this new staff, I'm not their guy. Oh, I know that they're going to be giving other people touches, like the running back by committee, which Coach Glenn has said they want to do. I think with all that said, and it's his last year, so he is playing for a contract. If he starts out red hot, Braylon Allen, by like week 5, they might send him out.
Yeah.
And then it's Braylon Allen's backfield, I think, at that point, with Isaiah Davis sharing it. But so I think that's why I like my Braylon Allen pick. He's not a terrible running back just in general.
No, Braylon Allen's good.
Current ADP 150. Running back 49. So pretty deep as well.
Yeah, and I think it was kind of evident in their first preseason game because they ran the ones out there. Brees Hall played 50% of those snaps. He wasn't out there the whole time with the ones. So I think you're onto something here. There's going to be a committee for sure, and if Brees Hall's odd man out, that's tough. But
well, usually you avoid committees, right, for
avoiding it.
fantasy.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of willing to go head first into this one with the thought that the committee's going to get chopped down by at least one leg at some point.
And we're talking deep sleeper here, so I don't mind taking a chance on Braylon Allen because he is talented. I do have a fun little stat for you.
Hit me with the nugget.
He ranked 51st in missed tackle rate and 35th in yards after contact per attempt. So he's not breaking a ton of tackles. He's not one of the elite tackle breakers. But if he can get that hole and he's got the speed, he can break away. So
I know where you read that.
So I like Braylon Allen. Don't get me wrong. Don't let those stats misguide you to think I don't like the pick. But the Jets as a whole backfield just scare me. I've heard even rumors that Isaiah Davis could mix in there. So it's a 3-headed committee.
For sure.
So it does scare me a little bit. But again, we're talking deep sleepers. If you think Brees Hall is going to be gone, I would take Braylon Allen in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I really, it's just, it's a gut feeling, whatever. I get it. I don't have any, I'm not standing on that and saying a source from inside. I have none of that.
Right.
It's just a gut feeling.
I'm not mad at it, though. I liked it.
I'm going to start us off, and I so badly want to switch up the flow. Because you guys are boring and go to tight end.
Do it.
But since you guys don't want me to do it.
What a square. So he's going to blame us for being a square.
I just told him to do it.
Right.
He's like, you don't want me to do it.
He's going to blame us.
Wide receiver for me.
Fine.
And this one's tough. I was told the guys I was thinking about changing it before the episode because he's slowly starting to tick up on the rankings, and the rule is outside of top 36 for running backs and wide receivers. He snuck into 36, I think, on CBS Sports. It's wide receiver Jacoby Myers. He's already a solid fantasy player with Aiden O'Connell, with Gardner Minshew, with why am I blanking?
Carter Bradley.
Carter Bradley. No, who else did he play with 2 seasons ago? Derek Carr got hurt. Aiden O'Connell. Yeah, I mean, just shoddy quarterback play, right?
Yeah.
Shoddy quarterback play, and now he has Geno Smith coming in, Braylon Allen as well. Pete Carroll.
Close.
Wow. Sorry about that. I think this is the best quarterback situation that Myers has ever had, and I think that he's going to be – yes, he has to compete with Brock Bowers for targets, but he had to compete with him last year, and he finished inside the top 20, I believe, in a couple categories. I got to pull up my notes. Terrible analysis.
I got you, though.
Thank you.
Are you ready?
Yes.
So once Devontae Adams got traded, Jacoby Myers was wide receiver 18 in fantasy points per game. During that stretch, he was 19th in target share with 23.5%, 13th in receiving yards per game, 34th in first downs per route run, and 11th in first read share. Now, all those are in the top 32. So there's 32 teams, 32. I mean, he's a number one receiver with those numbers.
Yep.
So I love Jacoby Myers. I said it last week at the mock episode. I felt like I picked him up on the waiver wire every single year. Like, he's always my wide receiver 5, and he just sits on my bench, and he sits pretty. I don't tell. I'm like, I like Jacoby Myers. So I have heard a lot of steam for him this year. Like, going into draft season, there's a lot of interest in him being the number one, and I think because you said the upgrade with Geno Smith, the upgrade with Pete Carroll, the upgrade with Chip Kelly, it seems like they're actually putting together something where there's going to be a resemblance of a system rather than just, hey, offense, go out there and do something.
Well, and if they can't run the ball, they're going to have to pass.
Yeah, and right now he's the number 2 option in that, or number 2 receiving option, at least in that offense.
Yep. Would you say that he's the 3rd receiving option behind Genty?
No, because
okay.
he's going to get more targets and catches than Genty.
Yep.
I would just say he's the number 3 option in the whole offense behind Bowers and Genty, but he's the number 2 receiving option.
I would agree, and he's like a PPR machine. This guy catches lots of passes, so that's always nice to see. My only worry, Pete Carroll, Chip Kelly, both prefer to run the ball a little bit more than they throw. So I don't know if the opportunities are going to be as high. I think they'll have a better defense than we're used to seeing from the Raiders. So it's not going to be a ton of shootouts or as many as we're used to seeing from the Raiders, I guess. But I do like Jacoby Myers, and I would pick him up in a heartbeat for sure. Wide receiver 3-4 is not. I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah.
You want? I can go.
All right, good.
All right. So I'm looking at my camera here.
Talk to him.
I will promise our
Talk to him,
watchers
Peanut.
every single episode I will have a spicy take.
Yeah.
And this might be my spicy take. And honestly, this might be one of my favorite spicy takes that I've had at this point.
Spicy.
My deep sleeper, I'm projecting for 1,000 yards.
Boy.
I'm trying to get him. I'm telling you guys right now, we all share leagues. I'm trying to get him right now. That's Matthew Golden. I think he's going to be the number 1 receiver in Green Bay. I think he's the best receiver in this draft class. I think he is better than Tatoria. I don't even know if I said his name right, but Ted McMillan. I think he is going to be easily the best receiver as soon as week 1. Jaden Reed, possibly not ready for the start of the season. Romeo Doubs just got hurt the other day. Christian Watson's going to start on PUP. Dontavian Wicks is going to be the only receiver that they have. And yes, while he's talented, but he's not consistent and he can't catch the ball. Matthew Golden, to me, is what I saw from tape, the best receiver coming out of college, playing in Texas last year. He did everything. He played from the slot. He played from the outside. He went up and got the ball at the high point. He's only 5'11", but this guy went up and mossed people like it was nothing. He runs great routes. I think he's a really good route runner from what I saw. He's that guy to me, and I think he's the best receiver in this draft class. I think he's going to be the number 1 receiver in Green Bay.
Top draft night outfit as well, Matthew Golden.
I really wanted the Cowboys to draft him. I really did.
So you know my feel on Matthew Golden so far. We've talked about it a lot off air, and I've even, I think, mentioned it on air. But you just mentioned how depleted that wide receiver room is.
Mm-hmm.
My take has been the Packers are overrated this year. Though they have 6 of the same guys in the wide receiver room, so not one is going to actually stand out. But if they're all hurt, someone has to.
Someone's got to catch it. I think he's a really talented guy too. I think it's not even just about he's going to have the opportunity, which is obviously one of the most important things when we talk about these deep sleepers. For me, it's opportunity, but it's also talent. I think he's one of the more talented rookies coming out. He was drafted the number 2 wide receiver behind Ted McMillan. I think he's going to have a big impact.
Who the hell wears 22 as a wide receiver?
It's a bold strategy.
It's a bold strategy.
I like it.
Definitely ain't mad at it. It makes you stand out a little bit. Rashid Shaheed wears 22, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
Is it 22?
I believe so. Yeah.
I don't know about you.
It is some weird number. You might be right.
Yeah. I
But
think it
I'm
was 22.
feeling
But
22.
I like it. Problem is, in Green Bay, we've been hoping for – they've got a lot of people that were talented receivers coming out, and we just haven't seen them develop the way we would expect. Talking Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, like these guys were supposed to be really good, and they've been all right, but they weren't. I don't know. I'm just not sold on it.
I could see Matthew Golden having the same issue where they're supposed to be good, and then they get to Green Bay and they just don't develop for whatever reason.
It's cold up there, man.
Are you ready for pop quiz?
Man.
Pop quiz time? You ready?
Yeah.
Do you know the last time the Green Bay Packers drafted a receiver in the first round?
Was it Christian Watson? He was a second
No,
rounder?
he was a second rounder.
Jordy?
No. Jordy was a third rounder, so I don't even know.
Mm,
It's been
will we know the answer?
No, you won't.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be like 1993. I believe it was Sterling Sharp.
Sterling Sharp. I almost said Sterling Sharp. I was hoping you were going to say it's going to be like 1939. I was going to be like, oh, yeah, Pappy Daniels. They took Pappy Daniels around.
But they don't draft in the first round receiver. So the fact that they went and got Matthew Golden in the first round, I think it says something.
Okay. All right.
I do like it. He's a track star, so that's also nice.
He's fast.
Speed is nice.
I want to say he ran like a 4.340.
He also recently surprised his grandmother with a new home. So, I mean, he's got a few.
Good dude.
Yeah, he's got good karma, good karmic energy building.
All right, so I kind of lied. It was 2002. It was Javon Walker.
You lie, bro.
But, but the point is, it's been 20 years.
It could have been Pappy Daniel.
It was Javon Walker.
Okay.
Who was a good receiver until he got hurt. I like Javon Walker.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We got one more wide receiver?
Yes, and we're going back to New England for this one.
Gabe likes this guy.
I do. This is my guy.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a homer play for me. I'm a big fan of this dude, UNLV Rebel. He transferred out for a senior season, went to Washington State. But Kyle Williams, transferred to Washington State for his senior season. He was drafted in the 3rd round, 69 overall. He's showing out in Patriots camp. There's a clip going around right now where he absolutely cooked this defensive back during practice. Yeah, it's practice, but
practice.
Come
on, practice.
But the man can run routes and he can juke people with the best of them. So, granted, he's not a starter yet. I think he will be at some point this season because look, in front of him you got Al's guy, Stephon Diggs, and you got Mac Hollins.
Right.
We excited about Mac Hollins?
I would put Pop Douglas in front of him.
Yeah, so, currently those are the 3 starters, right? Diggs, Hollins, and Douglas.
Yeah.
I think Kyle Williams is a starter at some point relatively early in the season. Not out the gate, but he'll be putting up numbers there. The fact that man got drafted before Ricky White was wild to me.
Right.
Because Ricky White was the better player at UNLV, but, combine, tape, everything changes going up to the draft.
Yep.
But he's a stud. I'm really like Kyle Williams, and he can return bunts and kicks.
Yeah, no, Kyle Williams is someone I'm hoping to get as my number 5 receiver. So I'm hoping to get Golden and Kyle Williams in all my drafts. I know it's not going to happen, but I do like Kyle Williams a lot. What I loved about him is as his college career, he just got better every year. And last year he had 1,100 yards at Washington State. I think that's what people see in him. And also opportunity. I would say, I know you said Matt Collins. I think he'll be the number 2 eventually. I mean, sooner rather than later. I think maybe week 1 even. I do like Kyle Williams and the opportunities he has. I think I love the value there.
Mike Ford haven't spoken much this episode. I'm sorry, Mike Ford. I haven't called him out.
He's busy watching the TV.
Oh, I'm chilling, guys. I'm enjoying this. I'm taking notes. What are you eating? Taking notes.
What you eating over there? You sound like you got your mouth full.
Little dumb.
Little dumb. That makes sense for a producer.
Tight ends.
Tight ends.
I had picked a guy again, and I'm all about opportunity.
Can you spell his name for us?
Yeah.
His first name or his last name?
His last name, please.
Don't
I got you. I don't even have to look.
Okay.
Chig Okonkwo. I don't know if I can pronounce it.
Okay.
Okonwko. Check it out.
Okay, I'll check it out. Can you use it in a sentence, please?
I want Chig Okonkwo on my team.
Nice. Okay.
Don't ask me to pronounce his first name because that's going to be a more nightmare than his last name. This is a guy that we've been waiting to break out, and we might have the quarterback now. Cam Ward might be, you mentioned earlier, Cam Ward might be that guy. I think Chig is going to be the number 2 option in the passing game. And again, I'm all about opportunities too. So I think he has the opportunity to break out finally. This is his 4th year. Tight ends sometimes take a little longer. I know the last 2 years we've seen a rookie tight end as the number 1 fantasy player overall. That usually doesn't happen. I think the 4th year is usually when you start to see tight ends get comfortable and break out. This is my guy that I can see a deep sleeper. Honestly, I'm not crazy about the tight ends this year. He might be a guy that I'll go Tyler Warren and Chig. So, and we'll see what happens. I do like him. He has the athletic ability. Last year, weeks 12 to 17, he was tight end 10. So he came on strong towards the end. I think they finally realized, hey, maybe we should use him a little more because he is pretty good and pretty athletic. I like the opportunity for him.
I think Cam Ward is going to turn heads, and Chig is a guy that will benefit from that for sure. I searched his last name spelling to get it correct.
Yeah, and I got it right.
And yes, you did.
Thank you.
And the first thing I saw was him without a shirt on. Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding? This dude is a specimen.
He is.
You remember DK Metcalf shirtless? This is up there.
He's as a projected tight end.
Up there.
How do you spell his last name again?
What a monster. We'll send it over to you, David.
Yeah. Just rewatch the podcast. You got this. No, he's a freak of nature.
Wow.
He was up there. For me, he reminds me of a Delaney Walker.
Ooh,
who was a freak athlete.
Pull.
Yeah, Love Delaney Walker. He was
also Titan.
He was a
OG Niner, baby.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was oh my God, what's the tool with the knife and it has everything?
Swiss Army knife.
Thank you. He was a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
I can see Chick kind of being like that. Well, just as athletic at least.
Mike Ford is dying of you not knowing what a Swiss Army knife is.
I know what a Swiss Army. I know what it is. I just blanked. Okay, it's been a long day. Okay, Mike Ford. Look, he can't even look at me. Look, he's just looking the other way.
Sorry. That's hilarious. That is hilarious.
The thing.
Anything else on Chig before we go to Ray's tight end?
I'm good.
Well done on the spelling.
I think we had enough of Chig.
Well done on the spelling.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm with it. I think the Titans offense as a whole is going to surprise some people.
Actually, wait.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What is the country of origin for Chig? You don't know that, do you?
Pop quiz?
You don't know that?
Do you want me to take a... No, I'm not even going to take a guess because it's going to be bad.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. It's going to be that country with the thing and the thing.
the place with the thing and up there.
Oh, man. All right, Ray, you're tight end.
But, yeah, I'm on board with that. So, for me, I rarely ever draft a second tight end. So, this is a little bit of a exercise for me doing this, getting a deep sleeper at tight end. But I like Cade Otton out of Tampa. All right, so, and the reason I like him is because right now he's ranked as tight end 25.
Oh, which seems crazy low.
That just seems crazy. He finished as tight end 14, I want to say, last season. So I'm not gonna take him, but he will be somebody that I'm looking at on the waiver wire. Or if I end up with tight end 12 or 13, someone I'm gonna be looking at when it comes to streaming for bye weeks and whatnot. So there was a 3-week stretch last year that kind of like. He went off, He put up 18.1, 29.1, and 21.7 fantasy points, 3 consecutive weeks. And he also plays consistently. He's on the field 90% of the time. That's huge. Last season, he had 3 games where he wasn't on the field 90%. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I'm a Cade Otton fan. It was when Godwin got hurt. He just went off. Yeah. And Godwin, right now, he's practicing, but they're saying he might not start the season. They're trying to take it slow with him. And I think that's also why they drafted Emeka Egbuka.
Mm-hmm.
I do like Cade Otton. There is a lot of mouths to feed when that offense is fully healthy. He might be option 6. But at tight end, when it's what did I call it last year? It was a tight end. It was a recession tight end or something.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
He might be a good option. I think he can start off hot. And then he might be a guy you use as a trade asset.
Yeah, or you just let Chef Baker cook and find his guy.
Yeah, Otton did have a good stretch where he was like, oh, this is the waiver wire pickup of the year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he had a good 3-week stretch for sure.
Yeah, if Godwin misses, I do like Cade Otton a lot.
Yep, and it seems, trending like Godwin isn't going to be ready for week 1, but
which hurts.
We'll see. It's early.
I don't understand how he's practicing and he's not ready. But anyways.
Yep, I don't get either.
Yeah.
We're not doctors.
Let's hear your tight end.
Boy, this is a strange one.
Doctor.
I see what you did there.
Real strange one. Almost as bad as calling out Trevor Lawrence. I go his teammate, Brenton Strange.
So you're just drafting the whole Jaguars this year.
Taking the whole Jags. Yep. Yeah. Tank Bigsby in round 2. Now, Brenton Strange, I think Evan Ingram has left town. And it's going to put him clearly atop the depth chart. And last season, he actually, similar to Otton, had a few weeks where it was like, okay, this dude might be a guy. And I think Brenton Strange, just being at top the depth chart, will benefit from, especially if Travis Hunter isn't a wide receiver 2, like we're projecting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then the next in line would be Brenton Strange, I think, for targets. So that's my reason why.
Yeah, I got you. So in 7 games, he played at least 60 snaps, 60% of the snaps. He averaged 9.2 points in those games. He also saw 14.8% target share with a 17.3 first read share. So he is targeted. He is a guy that I think they got rid of Evan Ingram because they are excited about Brenton Strange. I can see him, another guy you take late and just hope for the best. I do like Brenton Strange. I don't know if you remember, but during the season, I was shouting Brenton Strange. I was trying to sell him more, and then he kind of disappointed me. But I do think he comes out this year, and I think he has a good year.
I hope so, because I have him as a deep sleeper.
That would help. And you're going to draft him. You're drafting all the Jaguars.
I'm going to take them all. All the Jaguars and all the Patriots.
Ew.
I know.
Stay away from Jake May. First of all, and Kyle Williams.
That would honestly be a bad fantasy football team.
Go draft
Could you imagine
the whole AFC East while you're at it?
Could you imagine?
Did you guys pick up on what our running backs all had in common? Same division.
Oh,
correct.
Dolphins, Jet, Patriots.
Correct. I was going to say they all had first and last names.
I was almost walking out on the Strange comment. I'm about to walk out on that one.
Nailed it.
Listen, we had a viewer send us a team that he wanted us to look over, a dynasty team.
Yeah.
Dynasty.
So let's all pull out our phones. I will show it on the screen.
You got that ability?
I'll give it my best shot.
We're high tech over here.
I will give it my best shot. We don't have it live. I got to get the graphic in. Apologies. Let's pull up the team.
Now, question is: you said it's a dynasty team. Is this the first draft, or are we in like year 2, 3, 4, or something like that?
I did not get that
It
information.
looks like they just drafted because I'm guessing from just looking at it, I can kind of guess who went where. Maybe not actually, because I don't know how you get those two players.
So we have at quarterback Brock Purdy, which
Goated.
Ray immediately said, "I know this dude knows ball" based on the first player on
That's
his
it.
roster.
Thank God he's got Cameron Ward
Knows what
too.
he's doing.
It's a tie. Oh, he does. It's a dynasty super flex, so you get to start 2 quarterbacks.
All right.
Brock Purdy and Jared Goff are currently in the starting lineup, and he also has Kirk Cousins and Cam Ward.
You get rid of Kirk Cousins, right?
You could.
Yeah, I don't.
You just drop him.
I guess I don't know the league settings. I don't know how many quarterbacks there are.
He has 2 slots on his taxi open.
I don't
per this screenshot. So
you guys
could
are
taxi him.
You guys are the
dynasty
experts. I've never done a dynasty league, so you'd have to explain to me what that is.
So sometimes in a dynasty league, you can't taxi someone past their 2nd or 3rd year in the league. So
what does that
maybe
even
that's
mean?
why.
It's like practice squad. Like
Practice squad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
Thank
Taxi
you.
squad, practice squad.
Thank you, Ray.
Yeah, no
My
problem.
bad.
No problem.
My bad. I just like cold shouldered you. I'm like, he
I know,
doesn't know
you just-
dynasty.
yeah.
He doesn't know dynasty.
I'm over here. Hey, can you explain this to me? And then he's like, so
Yeah.
pretty much what you do is leave me alone.
So how do we feel about those quarterbacks? And if you can't taxi Kirk Cousins, which I'm assuming his league probably cannot, do you drop Kirk Cousins? Or, I mean, do you try? Obviously, you try to trade him, but I don't think anyone would trade for him right now.
Look, these are uber deep benches. He's still got 3 empty bench spots, so there's no reason to drop Kirk Cousins. Like, granted, we don't know what we're gonna get from Michael Penix. Like,
Right.
I'm high on him. I like him.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna have a good season. But I don't know anything. Like,
Or Kirk could get traded.
Kirk could get traded.
Yep.
Yeah, so I would
Hold on
on
to
to him personally.
Yeah, hold on to him.
Especially with a deep bench like this. Like, you're looking at, what has he got, 15, 20 bench spots?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. It
Yeah.
is a large bench.
Do you know how many people are in this league?
I did not get that information either.
Okay.
I think it's either 10 or 12 though. He didn't say it was
Okay.
like a small league. So
Okay.
I'm just assuming 10 or 12. It's a
I'm
PPR.
gonna
I
guess
did
12.
he
I was
did
going to say
say
maybe
PPR.
14.
His running backs, Caleb Johnson, Kenneth Walker. He also has Jonathan Brooks, Trey Benson, Tyrone Tracy, Austin Eckler. He could use some help in the running back
That's
department.
the weakest spot of this team, and
For
there's
sure.
enough talent in the wide receiver room here to find a trade partner.
And we'll get, his receivers are really good.
Yeah.
His
you
receivers are great.
Stacked.
You can drop Jonathan Brooks, right? I think his career's done at this point.
Done.
I mean, yeah,
He's
knee
on the
injury is
pup.
pretty bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if he gets another shot.
See, so that's a guy I'd taxi.
Or you got an IR. He got 3 IR spots too. So
Yeah.
if he's not going to play this year, if
It doesn't
there's
sound
a
like it.
potential for him to come back eventually, then I would IR him or taxi squad him.
He
yeah,
also
for
has
sure.
Tank Dell on PUP. He could IR him as well. So definitely move those guys to IR.
No.
Yep.
And then, like
Who are the
you
wide
said,
receivers for the people like
he has Justin Jefferson, Malik Neighbors, Lad McConkey, Chris Godwin, Jalen Polk, Matthew Golden, Wando Robinson, Rashid Shaheed,
Tank Dell.
and Tank Dell.
His depth is a little weak. I love the Matthew Golden though, but yeah, he can definitely, if he needs to. He's really relying a lot on Caleb Johnson. Caleb Johnson needs to be a big time runner. He needs to step up at least and get him at least close to 10 points a game. Because everywhere else, you're looking at guys who can get you anywhere from 10 to 20 and possibly more. So he has a really good team. And then tight end, he could always upgrade there too.
Yep.
I don't even see a backup. Well, I do see some backup
Kyle
tight ends.
Pitts, Zach Ertz, Sanders, and Dallas Goddard.
I'd probably start Goddard. Maybe.
I'm riding Kyle Pitts
Yeah,
week
I'm
one.
with
How
that.
lame is that?
I
Oh,
know.
my goodness.
I might go Goddard, but that's just me.
Do you pair up? Do you go Malik Neighbors and Tyrone Tracy or Malik Neighbors and
I'd say Wandale.
For another running back?
Yeah, for a running back. I think you got to get a
Not
running
Neighbors. I think you got to keep Neighbors and Jefferson. Those are your two best players there.
Well, do you trade Ladd then for a running back? Do you pair up Ladd and Godwin?
Honestly, Godwin. Because this is a dynasty. So you have 3 receivers, and I would want to double-check Justin Jefferson's age. Possibly under 25.
All young, yeah.
Justin Jefferson might just be a little over 25, if anything. But you have 3 young receivers. Those are going to be your core for a long time. You just got to build around them. And like I said, he's relying a lot on Caleb Johnson.
But you got to think, too, who's going to trade for Chris Godwin right now?
I might flip Matthew Golden.
Yeah?
In Dynasty, he probably has more value than Godwin, right? Because it is Dynasty.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm not mad at that. I love Golden, but if you can get a good running back. I do like Caleb Johnson a lot, but he is relying on him a lot.
I think Rashid Shaheed is an interesting piece to try to trade as well. So Shaheed, Golden, and Godwin, probably the 3 guys I'm trying to move to get a running back.
Yeah, he definitely needs some help on the running back situation. Like Kenneth Walker, I'm a big fan of Kenneth Walker. I think he's a solid player. But you're a little thin after that.
But you're an injury away, too, from Kenneth Walker.
For sure.
Yeah.
So I would definitely either pair up 2 of the top wide receivers he has, or like Ladd and Golden for 1 running back, or even those 2 guys for 2 mid-tier running backs, right? So you have a little bit more depth and you're not so 1 injury away from being a complete disaster.
You could always get crazy, too, and go like a Chris Godwin in a first.
Yeah, so picks you can trade as well.
You can trade picks. So,
Does he have all – what's his round?
He has all
first through 4th in the 26.
So I would recommend talking to our buddy. I'll reveal soon. I would say wide receiver and first-round pick for a running back, and then other wide receiver and maybe another bench receiver or bench tight end or whatever for another running back.
Before you reveal – let's give him a grade
for the team.
Yeah, let's give the team a grade. I'll give it a B+.
I was thinking the exact same thing right before you said it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, same. I think B or B+ because of how good the wide receivers are. Like you can't ignore that.
Yeah, and he still has good quarterbacks. Not great quarterback, but he has pretty good quarterbacks.
Well,
he's got the go, dog. What are you talking about?
I knew Ray was gonna pipe in.
You got Brock, you got Jared Goff, who I think was in all of our top 10s, I believe.
Right outside.
Right there, right? And you got Cam Ward, who number 1 pick. Like that's a solid quarterback room.
Yeah.
And then Captain Kirk if Michael Penix goes down.
Yeah.
So Matthew Golden and a first-round pick for a running back. What type of running back? What name would you have to go after?
With Matthew Golden in a first-round pick?
First round, yeah.
Could that get me?
Is that Josh Jacobs? His own
Could it
teammate?
get me Josh Jacobs?
I think that might be too
high.
I was going to say, I thought that was too high. But again, you guys are the dynasty experts. I don't know how valuable these first-round picks are.
It depends on the league. Some people are really dumb and think that they're super valuable and overvalue it. But
they're much more valuable in the few weeks leading up to the draft than they are right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the hard part, right? Because everybody wants players right now. Nobody wants picks. But when the draft comes around, everybody wants picks.
Okay.
So the value just jumps. It's crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what running back you're looking at here. Josh might be a little too much.
I'm gonna pull up my list of running backs here.
Yeah, what do you got?
A James Cook.
I still think we're high, but I don't know the value.
I don't want to say Travion Henderson. We don't know what he is yet.
What about Chuba? I think Chuba would be a decent one.
Chuba, yeah. Golden and a first-round pick for Chuba.
Possibly.
What about Kyron? You think you can get Kyron for that?
I think you take a shot. I would start high. I would start with
You always start high.
Jonathan Taylor, Kyron, Kamara.
You always go for the best. You always try to get what you think you can get, and then you negotiate. That's the trade. That's just any league.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you're gonna trade in any league, always go for the best because you never know what guys think.
Mm-hmm.
I made a crazy trade with Al a couple years ago, and I offered him what I thought was a very good deal, and he wanted someone else who I thought was worse. I was like, you can have him. Cool.
Crazy.
Works for me.
Freaking crazy, Al. All right. So definitely use the wide receiver and first-round pick as leverage to get something else, running back particularly.
I would prefer trading Godwin, but that's just me personally.
If you can. That's the hard part
Yeah.
in a dynasty, it's hard for people to take on heavily injured players or players who are coming off of big injuries.
Right.
Fair.
So
Maybe a guy who's trying to win now and Godwin comes back and he has a set roster and, hey, I need Godwin as like my flex.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Very
do you want to
possible.
plug who it is? We give a shout out to our guy.
Finn.
Shout out Fenny.
Shout out Finny.
Fenny Whopper.
Finny Wop.
I don't know you, Finn, but shout out to you.
Shout out Finn. So we worked with him at the Raiders. Well, you
Okay.
worked with him before the
I
Raiders.
worked
even.
with them before the Raiders at UNLV. Yeah.
Yep. And then now I'm working with him at VSEN over at the Circa.
Good dude.
Finn, you got a good team here.
Yeah, man.
Best of luck to you.
I'm actually shocked, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Why are you
Not gonna
shocked?
lie. One of the first times I met him,
Yep.
we were in a class as students, and this man was drafting in the middle of class.
What a trooper.
And he would talk to me over. He would just talk to the whole class, like, "Hey, should I take this guy? Should I trade this guy?" Like in the middle of,
Finn,
we were learning Adobe Audition at that point in
That's
time.
amazing.
Yeah,
Finn,
shout out
you are my
Fenny.
hero.
Dude, he's
Fenny
a legend.
Wap.
Fenny's a legend.
That sounds
Fenny
like
Wap.
that sounds like some legend stuff.
Yeah.
Love it.
That was our deep sleeper episode. Not too bad. Went a little long, kind of.
A little bit.
You'll cut it down a little bit.
Cut it down a little bit.
A little bit.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. If you want to sponsor us, help us out, please do. Looking to add some back funding so we can get even better in our attempts of global takeover.
And we will start providing stuff for that as well. We're not just going to ask for your money, but we can
Oh,
provide
no.
insight
Yeah.
for that as well.
Yeah. Now, if you subscribe to us, we'll give you some newsletters. You can maybe get some exclusive stuff on our website, throwingfantasyfootball.com.
A date night with Gabe.
A date night with Gabe. That's a bit. I'd pay $3 for that.
Hey, I'm not a cheap
$3
date
a month.
either. I take care of mine, okay?
Until next time, we're here again next week. We have week 2 preseason football. We'll recap that on the other side. Until then, peace.